Yes,
hardly turn a page in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John without Jesus doing a miracle.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
One right after the other.
Woo.
And he's still doing it.
He's still doing it. He's still doing
He's still doing it.
Yeah.
I am so thankful
Woo.
for what he's recently done. Where's Ashley?
Over here.
Come here.
Yes.
Yes.
Tell us your wonderful story.
Yes.
About 6 years ago, I was pregnant with Martha, and y'all probably remember I started having some really, really bad stomach trouble. I was hospitalized. I couldn't keep food down. Eventually, they took out my gallbladder. That wasn't it. They diagnosed me with a disease that was probably going to make me die early in my 50s or 60s. And I remember being so sick, I got still and wrote my children letters because I thought I would die. I didn't know, nobody knew what was wrong with me. And I went several years like that. And then I went to a doctor Amanda knew about, and she said, I don't think you have any of that. I want to test you and see if you're allergic to dairy. She said a lot of this can come from that. So she tested me on like a scale of 1 to 10, my allergy was like an 8 or a 9. Like I was severely allergic to dairy. So I thought, yes, thank you, Jesus, I can do that. I can take dairy out of my life. Well, that's really hard. I did it. I did it for 18 months to 2 years. No dairy, no butter, no milk, you name it. If it came from milk, I didn't eat it unless it was an accident. And every time I did accidentally, I would be sick for about 3 weeks. I could hardly, nausea, it was terrible. Well, last week, Pastor Sean and Aunt Barbara went with the Paynes to the mountains, and they went to the Mass General store. And it's one of those places where you can get candy by the pound. And he knows one of my favorite candies is those caramel with the cream in the middle. And he bought me a big bag of lots of butterscotch and those caramel creams and York peppermint, like you name it, is my favorite candies pretty much. So he bought it to me, and there were 3 pieces of candy in that entire bag of like 100 that I could eat. And they were little peanut butter things, and I ate them. And I just felt sad. So I thought, here he is. He knew what my favorite candies were, and he bought them for me. I can't eat them. I surely don't want to give them to my children. So I was just feeling sad. So the next day I was in the bathroom and I was like fixing my hair, and heard the Spirit say, I've taken that burden from you. So I went right out of the bathroom and I grabbed a York peppermint patty and I ate it. And I didn't tell anybody. So I slowly was eating on those little candies. Normally that York peppermint patty would have set me off. I felt like I had a brick in my stomach, but I was fine. So I kept eating on them. So finally we got a new car, and we went and picked up Granddad and Granddebbie. I said, hey, let's go get ice cream. And then I was like, did you just hear yourself? I haven't had ice cream in a long time. So we drove down to Witt's, and I ordered ice cream, and John David looked at me. He said, are you sure? And I said, yeah, I think I'm going to be okay. So I ate that ice cream, and believe me, it was delicious. And I went home, and I was fine. And so I told John David, I said, Jesus told me he took my burden. The next day, I went out with Leanne and Tina and Pastor Sean and Barbara and John David. I got a big pizza. And I've been eating dairy ever since. People in my life were so sweet, and they would accommodate when they could. It was a burden. It was like carrying a heavy chain because I couldn't go out to eat without analyzing. I couldn't go to your house without analyzing your. It was so good.